And we are back again. Thank you all for tuning in. Today I'll bring you Spidops EX versus Arceus, Flying Pikachu, and Vulpix. But yeah, we're testing here Spidops just for the memes, just see if it works or if it doesn't work. I don't think you can take this for. Well, I mean, I took it to my locals and I didn't do well with it. I'm just gonna show you why I didn't do well. But I did deck profile, and I want to show you guys how the deck works, how the deck setups, and what you gonna do. I have seen some other people playing it, but it's like very few of them. I think it was last week I saw a guy playing it, but he was mostly attacking with the Leafeon VMAX instead of with the Spidops. This list is more attacking with Spidops than anything else, so let's go ahead and take a look here without further ado and see how it works. Just waiting here for the judge call so that we can start. And a little bit glitchy there, but it's okay. And we start with the Leafeon V, the one that accelerates energy, green cells. My opponent is starting with the Flying Pikachu, free retreat cost, and getting himself the Arceus. Now we just have to see if he has energy attachment per turn. If he does, then that means that next turn we're going to be getting slapped in the face for 180 damage. So that's not quite good, but we just have to see if we can draw like 6 battle VIP passes. So that way we can set up and get our Spidops, no, not Spidops, the Tarantulas in the bench. Hopefully we can get 4 of them, and we can get up and rolling. I do not know why it keeps glitching for some reason. Let's see if that works. I disconnected the phone probably because I'm also transferring videos from the phone, which is where I record them and see where it goes. Also, I was playing last week with not last week. I mean, last week we were not playing this. This is all recorded. But I gotta show you guys how it works and how it performs, because I already did a deck profile, so you guys can see if it works. Because most of the times it doesn't work. I have another matchup here against Mew VMAX with our friend Juan, and in a best of 3 he won 2. I only won 1, because you kind of, once you set up your Spidops, you prevent Mew from retreating for free, so they have to rely on retreat. But for a Pokemon here that has free retreat, it's kind of also good, but at the same time it's not good because you will have to set up a bunch of them in order to do stuff. Sorry, yawning here. And I would prefer if we attach energy, but we have to get that Leafeon out of the active. Now hopefully for next turn, I don't know why it keeps glitching. Stop it. Hopefully for next turn we can potentially do green. So obviously we're going to be doing green cells, but if we can draw into an energy, then we can do our stuff. Right there we're doing green cells. Once attach an energy per turn, if you don't know what it does, it lets you search your deck for a basic grass energy, I think it is, or a random energy, I don't know. It lets you search for an energy into the deck, and then you can attach it to one of your Pokemons. Evolving Arceus Greninja, discard water energy, draw 2. He also plays Tracking Shoe to draw more cards. But curious, he did not attach the energy into the Arceus. I would have attached the energy into the Arceus, and that way, you know, All he has to do now is V-Star, get energy, but he also plays Melanie, so that's another thing. He can grab Melanie, Turbo Energy, and then Melanie attached to the Arceus, and then but he plays Boss's Order, so he won't be able to knock me out. I think, I hope, I presume, or he can get himself. He can get himself another Arceus and double Turbo Energy, and then retreat into that other Arceus and do Trinity Charge. Because he grabbed Melanie and something else, but he can't use Melanie due to the fact that he already used Boss's Orders. So let's see, he has Melanie and Turbo, but I think he can attack with the Pikachu. Oh, and that is, you see, once you are like right now behind the way we are here, and then it's kind of, because right now, yes, you, oh well, we have Raihan, so we're not that behind, but we just have to figure out if we can draw a switch. It's either we grab a switch in hand. I don't know why it keeps glitching, man. It's first time doing this. The second time, because last video I did was also glitching. But now with this Raihan, I need to see what the heck we search for. We can search for the Forest Seal Stone and activate it and use it. Or we can try to use the Muse ability and then see if we draw a switch out of it. And last card was a switch, so that's kind of cool. But we're not going to be doing that much damage into this Flying Pikachu. We're only adding 1 retreat cost into it. We only do 90 and then 30 plus. So that will be only 120 damage to this Flying Pikachu VMAX. So we just have to see. And hopefully we can get set up for with another one. But like I said, we're only doing 120 damage here. And then he has a retreat cost, so if he wants to retreat, he will have to pay the lightning energy. And then double Melanie there. He can grab himself the water energy and attach it into the Arceus. With that, draw 3 cards. Hopefully none of them are turbo energies, which you can see here it is not. But he also has another water energy, so he can use that water energy to potentially draw 2 more with Greninja, but he is going to attach it into the Arceus. The Arceus potentially for next turn will be doing 200 damage. My bad, 200 damage, which will knock us out. But you know, it is what it is. We have another Raihan in hand and another energy. That energy could be attached into the Tarantula at the bench. And then, yeah. We got Mesagosa as well. That can help us potentially search our deck for another Spidops. Get it ready and set up. Or we can use Ultra Ball and get a Luminion. Yeah, because that's kind of tricky, to be honest. Not drawing... Because you have to set up a bunch of Tarantulas in order for you to be good in this matchup. Because you are heavily relying on your Spidops adding retreat cost into your opponent's Pokemon here. And there you go, Ultra Ball. That's going to get us another Spidops. That will only add 30 more into the damage output, which will be how much? I don't know. 150, but 150 it is not enough to knock out the VMAX here. And then swinging for only 150, and then my opponent will be taking his third prices, and then there it is, Melanie again for the Arceus V-Star here. Now that Arceus V-Star is ready to go, drawing 2 trekking shoes for this turn. Sorry for the glitching part. I know it's kind of annoying. And then let's see what trekking shoe gets him. Trekking shoe again. Discarding that. Also, if he would have started with Greninja, I mean not Greninja, if he would have started with Arceus double energy pass, then potentially in his next turn he can search for a Vulpix V-Star also. That for this matchup is kind of good. Why? Because I rely on abilities. So since I rely on abilities, it's not gonna be that great. Plus, he plays Lake Acuity. If you don't know what he does, is if one of your Pokemons or both yours and your opponent have a fighting or water type energy attached to it, the damage is reduced by 20. Luckily for us, this Arceus has 2 retreat cost. With that Spidops in the bench, it has 3. That will be 3, 6, 9, 90 plus 90. You know, it's a little bit of a damage. But if we would have a second Spidops, we would have potentially knocked this guy out. But only 1 card in hand. And nothing else, nothing less. As you can see here, we find ourselves just a trekking shoe. Just double reading the Mew. It's just the first time I play it. And that's gonna be it. Hopefully this trekking shoe gets us something useful. If it doesn't, we're gonna be in a downfall. We have 4 Seal Stone in hand, which is pretty cool. But that trekking shoe gets us Lumineon, if I'm correct. We're just debating here whether or not we bench Lumineon. At this point, it doesn't matter because he only needs 3 more prices. If I leave this Mew into the active position, he can just knock it out, and then for next turn, just boss the Lumineon and win. That's technically his win condition here. The Mew and the Lumineon, which is one of the easiest ones. But like you can see here, I have to play Lumineon in order for myself to get research. I had the 4 Seal Stone. That with the 4 Seal Stone, I could have potentially grabbed the research, but we kind of want to have other Pokemons in play or use that 4 Seal Stone for something else rather than, not. And we grab their Spidops out of the top deck with the trekking shoes. We have another VIP pass. Hopefully we would have. We got the Ultra Ball there to discard it, potentially getting ourselves another Tarantula. There it is, discarding the Leaf Energy, getting a second one. And then potentially for next turn, we can take our first prizes. If we would have knocked out this, I think we should have done was promote the Spidops 4 Seal Stone for boss Pikachu, Flying Pikachu, and then take 3 prizes. But I guess we didn't thought of it. So that would have been another way to set up. But as you can see here, my opponent has 3 retreat costs. 90 plus 60, 369. No, 90 plus 90, minus 20. So it's 120 base because of this choice. 210 minus 20, 180. I guess, or 190. I think it's 190, if I'm correct. I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of rough here. He has Arven. He's playing Arven there to search himself for a tool. Now we can boss. Oh yeah. Now we can boss the Flying Pikachu because of Leafy Camo Poncho. Leafy Camo Poncho, if it is attached to a Vstart or a VMAX, you can technically Boss's Orders or Serena it back into the active. So that's kind of like the protective thing here for it. And then he's gonna be playing Energy Search his deck for a Water Energy. That Water Energy potentially will be attached to the Arceus. So that way, oh no, he's gonna discard it with the Greninja, drawing 2 cards. Don't know why he has them upside down, but every player is different. He has another Leafy Camo Poncho, so he can potentially attach that, evolve the bench, evolve the bench Arceus and attach it. Don't know why he attached into the active, because it's gonna get knocked out next turn. So I would have just attached it. Oh no, he's going to retreat with it. But he has to discard the 3 energies because of he has 2 retreat costs plus Spidops adds 1 more, so 3 energies discarded if he wants to retreat. Sorry about the glitchiness. And then he's going to be attacking with just the basic one, just the baby one, for 130. Again, this Arceus here only has and I think we have some research, so we can play research and see if we can draw ourselves some more cards. We definitely take the knockout here. It's 4 retreat cost in the active Arceus, so that will be 3, 6, 9, 120. 120 plus 120 base that we are doing will be 240, if I'm correct, if my mathematics. 240, 220 because of late Acuity. So Lake of Cootie or whatever. Lake of Cooties. Playing Nest Ball here, seeing if we can get ourselves another Tarantula. But I think they are in the discard pile, the other 2. So we only have 2 to work with. So we kind of have to play Miriam, because we have Miriam in this list. Energy attachment per turn, that's pretty good for our next turn. Just debating here, because next turn he's dying because the Flying Pikachu will be attacking. So that's the thing. And we didn't get Charizard also, so we're going to go ahead and swing for the knockout. Yeah, so doing mathematics there. Like I said, it's 220 on the dot because of the stadium in play. And now this Flying Pikachu has 150 plus 120. So he has 270 damage. But he has another Melanie. So he can use a Melanie, attach energy into the Arceus, and see if he has another double turbo energy there. So if he gets that turbo, that's gonna win him the game for next turn. But he's gonna get the Arceus. I think he has another Ultra Ball there. No, he has the Nest Ball, so he can also play the Nest Ball and Thin, because Thinning is winning. We had the option of benching Mesagosa, but we didn't. Do not know why. Also, if that energy is attached to the other Arceus, that's gonna be problematic because we don't play Lost Vacuum, and we do not play Tool Scrapper. And there he has the double turbo for next turn. Now he can just attach that per turn, and that's gonna seal. I think that's kind of like checkmate on his part, because for next turn, if we don't disrupt his hand, I don't think he's gonna get it there. He's just thinning his hand for the sole purpose of, like, if we judge him, he has more chances of getting that Arceus V-Star. If he does, then that's okay. But we kind of don't. He got the Vulpix out of there. But yeah, it's a close game, to be honest. Cause we can take 3 more prizes. We will go down to 1, but we're not gonna be able to win it. Oof, and we promoted this guy, so now we have to find a switch, which I don't think we have. So that's gonna cost us the game. Also, we should have promoted the Spidops. Don't know why I did it. Yeah. And do not know why we did not promote. Also, if we would have been able to, if we would have played the Leafeon V-Star, that could have bypassed the Leafy Camo Poncho to knock out that Arceus. Well, I think we have. Oof! Thank God we have a switch. I got a little bit worried, but we have a switch, so we will be able to hit this Flying Pikachu for 120 damage, taking the dub there. And judge, like I said, now is the thing. Now we just have to see if my opponent draws the Arceus V-Star. If he draws the Arceus V-Star, then that's gonna win him the game. But he also needs to have boss's orders to target the Mew. So let's see if he draws into it. Water Energy, Escape Rope, and Nest Ball. Let's see what he has. He has boss's orders. So that boss's orders can win him the game, and he also has Escape Rope. Escape Rope, unfortunately, is gonna get not guaranteed the knockout, but like I say, he has boss's orders, so he can just go ahead and target the Mew in the bench and win the game that way. And I think he draws something else out of it. He draws the Lost Vacuum, but this Lake Acuity is a pain, and that's gonna seal the deal here for my opponent, taking his last prize card, taking the dub there. We were close. At least we were able to take 5 prizes out of 6. But you can see here the deck is kind of cool, but at the same time is I don't know how to say it. You have to have you have to have Mesagosa. You have to play 4 copies of Nest Ball. You have to play 4 copies of Ultra Ball. 4 copies of the VIP Pass, and see if you can draw into them. But overall, I think the deck is kind of cool. It's fun to play, but not competitive enough to be able to beat like an Arceus Tina, like a Mew VMAX or something like that. But nonetheless, here you guys go and have that match up there so you guys can enjoy it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let me know also if you have built this list and if it's working on your locals. Let me know so I can go check it out, see if I can update it, bring it back into action, and just try to win some games with it. But without further ado, guys, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.